Yesterday, I noticed something very interesting. There was a guy which said that he wants to buy an anime action figure. And people went out of their way in order to try and shame this guy. And we live in the age of OnlyFans, we live in the age of Twitch streamers, we live in the age of Netflix cooties, we live in the age of Drag Kid Story Hour. Are people really, really that upset that someone wants to buy a lewd action figure? Like, is this what they can't sleep at night? Because it doesn't make sense when you think about it. Like, for instance, I don't like Steven Universe. I think it's awful. I do not like the drawing style. I do not like some of the messages that it puts out. But I understand that other people like Steven Universe. I wouldn't go out of my way, especially not on Twitter, to start mortal busybodying people and telling them that they're not allowed to like that or try to shame them or insult them simply because they post a picture with Steven Universe. So the question is, why are other people doing this? Why do you have an army of people on Twitter with various communist paraphernalia in their bio going around shaming people who like anime girls? Calling them coomers, obsessed with porn, telling them to touch grass. Again, like, these people come into your DMs. They come into your posts. You don't have to tag them. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is to post a picture of a beautiful anime girl, and you will be swarmed by these left-leaning people. Like, I would understand if they were for Jesus and family, if they believed in living a life of purity and sanctity, but that's not it. Like, their ideology encourages the bare sex scenes from Baldur's Gate. Right? So why is it? And I generally thought a lot, and then it finally hit me. I understand. They want to deconstruct everything that a conservative can rally around. Any type of hobby, any type of entertainment, any type of pleasure that a conservative person enjoys, they want to deconstruct so that you can only rally around their hobbies. So that you can only rally around the things that they have already subverted. Baldur's Gate 3 is a video game that, as I mentioned, not only has bare sex scenes in it, but it also talks a lot about sexuality. It has a lot of gay romance. It has actors that they hired in order to make the noises. It has characters that are naked. And yet this game doesn't receive an adult-only ESRB rating. It is allowed on Sony PlayStation when anime games aren't. In fact, if you were to take Baldur's Gate and you make it into an anime, it will be banned on major platforms. And that is why, like, everything that is not subverted by the modern progressive California ideology has to be deconstructed so that people can only rally around the things that are already co-opted. So that you have to follow their TOS, so that you have to do everything they tell you. They do not want to allow anything to exist outside of the things that are approved by the culture. It's kind of like cultural fascism, if you will. Nothing outside the culture, everything within the culture, nothing against the culture. And this is why they're doing it, right? Like, they don't like competition. Like, for example, in this picture, which I pointed out, and I'll make a video about it, it shows how the modern Western ideology is to completely remove femininity. Like, it's not about making unappealing or unattractive women. It's like simply remove the concept of femininity altogether. And you get to notice this with She-Ra as well, and many other examples. And if you point them out, you get these people saying, oh, the only reason you're pointing it out is because you're obsessed with porn. In other words, what they are trying to do is to shame you into silence. They don't want you to talk about this. They are gatekeeping. Like, this is how the opposition should also behave, right? Like, by gatekeeping. What they are doing is they're preventing criticism against the works of art that they enjoy. And their gatekeeping is so effective because by insulting someone, by calling them obsessed with pornography, what you are doing is you're completely shutting down the debate about the art that they were initially talking to. Like, you don't even want to acknowledge, you don't even want to talk about the art form. What you are doing is you're attacking the person's character so that they are ashamed to discuss this issue in public. And it's incredibly effective. Unfortunately, we don't have anything like this on our side. Like, we don't have anything that we can use when someone is attacking one of our hobbies the same way. And they constantly attack our hobbies, right? Like anything that's not subverted gets attacked. For example, right now, Games Workshop with Warhammer 40k is under attack. It's like, oh, why don't you have female Space Marines? Female Space Marines. They don't give a shit about female Space Marines. Especially in a universe where you already have the Sisters of Battle. Like, they're not talking about those being made more inclusive. You already have powerful female characters, whether they're commissars or they're part of the Eldar faction. You have an entire race that's non-binary, the orcs and the Tyranids, right? They don't care about these issues. Like, they're not interested in adding feminine. What they want is to have their cultural representatives, usually an ethics department, a diversity officer, like someone that is from their side, to be hired as a consultant within the company, and then they have it in. They manage to promote other people that share their ideology. They fire people that are against their ideology or disagree with their ideology. And they make money. That's what it's all about. It's making money. But to summarize, the whole purpose of this is to demoralize everyone, right? Like all of your hobbies, everything that you like needs to promote social justice. It needs to promote the message. And if you find a hobby that doesn't promote the message and it becomes popular, whether it's anime, whether it's whatever, they will do their best in order to try and deconstruct it. I mean, this is how they deconstructed the fucking furry fandom. As ridiculous as it seems, it's like they were calling furries Nazis. Like, can you close your eyes and imagine how a white supremacist from a prison looks like? You know, like with the tattoos shaved, you know, like, man, do you think you would hang around next to a furry? Like the idea that these two groups are even compatible is laughable. But they use the same shaming tactic in order to deconstruct and get a way in. They're doing it with everything. That's why I gave the example of the furry fandom, because it's so fucking ridiculous. But it exists. It's an example. So, when you see people on Twitter that are shaming you for things that are normal and healthy, like if you're a young man and you happen to like an anime girl, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? It's fiction. It's make-believe. We live in the age of OnlyFans and Twitch hot tub streamers. They're not shaming you because, like, they want you to live a better life. They're not shaming you because they live a more moral life than you. No, they're shaming you because they're gatekeeping. They want Western culture to remain like this, and you talking about it is problematic. They want you to shut up. That's why they're doing it. And this is why I'm so passionate about it. Anyway, right, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.